In keeping with our fishing theme, we had a chance to attend night school recently, a night school where fishing is elementary. And we say elementary because these guys are, in a sense, elementary school students. Here at the Long Neck Elementary School cafeteria, the little kids have long since been home for the day, but the big kids are here for Fishing 101.
Fishing 101 is, I call it, well, my wife calls it, wintertime, nighttime daycare, because these guys all come in the wintertime because they can't fish, there's nothing else to do out there.
This is the 10th year for Fishing 101, and tonight's class is being hosted by Larry Grimm and Greg Wagner.
If this does not stand off on a 90 degrees, it is no good, it will slip.
Every Tuesday night for 6 weeks during the winter, anyone who enjoys fishing can come to Fishing 101, provided that they pay the $10 fee. But that's not $10 per class, that's $10 for the whole 6 weeks. One of the best bargains you'll ever find here in the Slower Lower.
What the $10 does pays for the light and the heat. What me and Dan do is gratis. We try to show what we know, and then we ask guys in the class, hey, you got anything new? You got something you can show us? And we glean from them also. There you are. You got yourself a snelled hook. Originally, it was started by a fella named Austin Such. He did a rod and reel maintenance class where he would teach you how to disassemble a reel, clean it, lubricate it, maintain it. And he gave classes at his home. He had a jig set up, and then by the end of the time you were with him, you were putting the guides on yourself and tying them on and building your own fishing rod. And he ran that for a few years and then decided that was enough. I asked him about getting into it because some of the guys that were in the classes, they wanted to know more about fishing than the maintenance of it. And I said, well, I'm going to combine the maintenance and fishing, and that became Fishing 101.
Tonight's class will be divided into 2 parts. First, Donald Lingo from Lingo Marine is here to discuss wintertime marine maintenance.
Most time we just go over what they have problems with different small problems. We don't do a lot of speaking, but we do a lot of answering. Learn a little bit on my side, and I hope they learn a little bit too.
The second part will be learning some really cool tips and tricks from both Larry and Greg. And it doesn't matter what your skill level is, anyone is welcome.
I have a lot of regular guys that come in here that have been coming for 10 years, and I got new guys that come in. We appreciate new guys, women, children, novices, pros, anybody that's interested and wants to fish. We try to do our best to teach them what we need to do. When I first started doing the classes, there was a lady come in who had retired. And when she retired, they gave her a fishing rod and reel. She knew nothing about what to do with this fishing rod and reel, so she come to the classes here. And at the end of 6 weeks, we had taught her how to cast, how to do everything, and she was real happy with it.
And if you want a good example as to some of the cool tricks you can learn at Fishing 101, here's Greg 140 Wagner with a great one.
When cutting heavy monofilament leader material with our rigging pliers, we found a lot of times it would crimp like that because the pliers have been used real hard all summer. I found this one day, a dog pet clippers for clipping their nails. Open jaw, stick it in, and cut it. And the cut is real smooth. It is not rough, bent. You don't have to trim it, sand it, file it with a emery board. However many times, it works from 50-pound leader all the way up to 400-pound leader.
How did you find that little trick?
I was making rigs one day in the kitchen, watching fishing programs, and we just got done doing the dog's nails the day before, and this was laying on the counter. I looked at it and I said,
So that's just a small sample of what you can learn at Fishing 101. Future classes will include guests talking about such topics as fly fishing, deep dropping, and custom rod building, to name a few. But as anglers know, the knowledge you can acquire is practically endless.
there's always something to learn. It's a great night to get out in the middle of the winter when you're bored and can't fish.